Righty. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. How are we doing? All right. So this is impromptu. Hello. This wasn't on the agenda for the morning, but here I am. Oh man. You know what sucks about always working on Mondays? Is that all the holidays that fall on Monday, I don't realize that they're here until I try to go do something important. Because I'm still gonna work today. Liquor store's not closed on Memorial Day. All right. I had to get to the bank. Ugh. So as you know, in it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days. I'm leaving for California, and my debit card, the tap function on it, you know, those tap things now, doesn't work. Stopped working months ago, so I have to insert the chip. Chip's 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And then when it asks me to swipe, the top part where the magnetic strip is cracked. I'm like, okay, I gotta go replace the card right before I leave. I should have done it earlier, but that's neither here nor there. So I go to the bank and it's like, hey dumbass, it's Memorial Day. Banks aren't open on... Banks take every excuse to close when they can. And that sucks for me because I always work Monday, so I always forget it's a holiday until something like that happens. Or if I don't run errands, I'll just go to work. I'll be working and like one of the first customers will go, Happy Memorial Day. And I'll be like, what? Oh yeah, it's that. That's why we're busy. Fuck. All right. So I'm going to do some stuff real quick. We're here. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go do this real quick, and because I have the these guys maxed out and ready to just do their final quest. Now, technically, I should go to the bank tomorrow morning and take care of that. But there's a new stuff coming out on this game tomorrow. The Occult Crescent. Priorities, man. Priorities. All right. The Hippo Riders. Thanks for stopping in, Veloki. It's always good to see you. Nothing much to report, if you can believe it. Akala and his pals still have their challenges, but we're taking it slow and getting to know each other. They've certainly got their own style that some folk find surprising, but I figure so long as we reach an understanding, somewhere in the middle, we'll keep getting along just fine. Luckily, all of Akala's battle brothers now have it on good authority that Turna strong, so they listen to what I gotta say without a fuss. They're a sight to see around supper too. Not even Maru shovels down grub with such gusto, but they help with work how they can, so I'm not worried. At least I wish I wasn't. See, I just got word that Kankana's on her way over. Apparently she's got something important to discuss. I'm sure it ain't bad, but just thinking about it's got my knees shaking. Would you mind terribly if I asked you to sit in? It would be my pleasure. Thanks, Veloki. I can always count on you. She should be here soon. Oh, destination. Whoa. I haven't even had caffeine yet, so here we go. I believe our terms were that I would lease you this place contingent on your profits, correct? Oh, there's no need to look so terrified. Everyone on the island knows just how hard you and your associates have been working. I had a feeling that you would take well to delivery work, but when I heard that you welcomed a group of Gachasura into your midst, well... Oh, it's not an important text. Surprise wouldn't cover half of it. You've done what no Arcasadora could before could, and it is truly remarkable. After you've accomplished so much for your community, who would I be to come here and demand that you return this land? No, no, no. You have no need to worry. You're just giving it to him? Seeing Gajasura perform honest work before my very eyes, I'd write home about it, but nobody back home would believe me. To tell the truth, sometimes I can't believe it myself. We may come from different places, but me and Akala and all our peoples shared a lot of the same pain, and none of us really knew what to do with it. Well, now look at us helping others like we've been helped ourselves, and doing a damn fine job of it. Passable, anyway. And thanks so much to you, Veloki, for helping out so much, and Kankana for believing in us and lending us this place space in the first place, and Ogle for always being here in a pinch. Yes. Maru and Gasa, the rest of my associates, they've all been here with me through every sort of thing you can imagine. Even Akala has been a big part of our journey. Because of everyone that we got this chance to see ourselves as something bigger than just misfits. So on behalf of all my riders, I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. I still have the highest hopes for you, Turna. You and your associates are no longer just delivering parcels and people, after all. You're delivering hope and inspiration to all those on this island. Which brings me back to why I've come here today. I would like to gift you the deed to this land. Aww. Consider this my investment in a happy, healthy Thavnir. Continue building your business into something you feel truly represents the Hippo Riders, and I will feel more than repaid. I believe that the people of Svarna will bring us closer to the brilliant future we all hope for. Make us proud, Turna. Yes. Those words mean more to us than you'll ever know. Thank you. I promise you we ain't gonna let you down. The Hippo Riders, we're gonna deliver everyone straight to a better tomorrow. Now there's that enthusiasm I love so much. Here's to that better tomorrow, and to seeing it with you. Now that I've got the future of a whole island loaded into my cart, I think it's about time to toss caution to the wind and ride like I've never rode before. I got so many ideas I want to try, like, listen to this. Once Thavnarian tourism gets going again, we could do hippo cart tours, take folks to see all the prettiest places. I've gotten so used to thinking up these sorts of ideas that if you hadn't said what you did back then, none of us would have been here before, you know? But did you forget? You were the very first person who ever said that me and my hippo carts could be something useful. Might have been a throwaway comment to you, but to me, to us, it meant everything. Who would have thought a handful of words could change the Hippo Riders from misfit and racers to an independent business? Must be your own sort of magic, Veloki, but we'll be repaying your kindness every day going forward. You can count on that. All right, enough chit-chat. We've got goods to deliver, mouths to feed, drinks to pour, and most importantly, hippo carts to ride. Yay! Reputation up. You have achieved blood-sworn reputation with the Hippo Riders. Huzzah! All right. There they go. Look at that. All right. Now, before I do that, I need to change. I have to go Norbront. So I have to do 3 quick dailies here. And that should unlock the final reputation unlock quest for the Pixies as well. I'm doing that with the old Pally-Dan. And then I'll have all of the combat allied tribe things maxed out expansion wise. I'll still have to do the Realm Reborn ones, but that's I'm going to be using like these jobs and stuff that are still like in their 40s to do those. I think they can do it at 40. If they have to be 50, then I can use the Dark Knight because he's like only like level 51 or 52. Dude, go away, bear. See? That's all you have to do. Remember, if you're ever getting chased by a bear, just stop, turn around, and say, "Go away, bear." Oh. I don't know what to tell you about this, though. It's a ninja. So I also, let's see, I'm going to focus. That's what I was thinking. She said focus, whatever. I need to get him to 85 so I can continue the role quest. I could start the... Actually, I have started it. But I could start doing the melee DPS one with the ninja in... Greedy Falth. Greedy Falth. What does this do again? Oh. Okay, so it works on all that. Torgal. I see it. Remember, it's a rule that before you dismount Torgal, you have to do this. Oh no. Can I not pet Torgal underwater? I can't. Oh, that sucks. Well, never mind. There's exceptions to the rule, remember. Ah. So I'm trying to think. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do after I finish this up. Since I'm still here in the first, I can continue on with the. I think I can. I might be too low level. There it is. Yep. Normally I would do that first, but at that point, once you reach Bloodsworn, you can't raise it anymore. So just turn it in, get it done. Forever and a dream. Oh, Loki, it's how nice of you to visit. Thanks to you, we're having more fun in dreams than we've ever had. We're really, truly grateful, us pixies and the children both. When we first created Le Meg, I never dreamed that it could become such a beautiful place. Everything in it is a treasure, and I couldn't be prouder of what we have. And lest you wonder, I continue to fight the good fight, devouring nightmares across the realm, including those Anlad accidentally creates. Ah, speaking of Anlad, we've been wanting to speak with you, Veloki. If you have a moment, let's go see them in Le Meg together. I'll join you, Snort. Normally I try to do voices for this stuff, but I'm just not up for it right now, so I'm just gonna read it as is. Hold on, what's going on here? It's nothing important. I just gotta pay attention to everything that's going on. Brent. Dude, if you make me run all the way to the fucking back of this place, okay. Hello, Onlad. Oh, you're all here. Onlad, I swear you haven't budged from this spot since I last saw you. Have you been gazing out at Le Meg again? I have. It's hard to explain, but simply gazing out at the place makes my heart sing. It's a feeling I remember from another life. Veloki, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. You helped me fill the void in my heart, to find a purpose for my existence. For that, I'm eternally grateful. Though I've stopped seeing Titania's dreams, their will lives on in me, and I'll honor it by watching over Le Meg. Born of the souls of children as we are, we pixies tend to get caught up in the moment and our feelings. We need someone to watch out for us, to find us when we lose ourselves. That's to say, we're not meant to be alone, and from now on, see to it none of us are alone ever again. Smile, nod, warrior of light style. Loki, I know I've already thanked you a dozen times, but I want to thank you again. You didn't only free my friend, you freed their will as well. And now everyone may revel in their precious garden of dreams. As they had intended, mortals and pixies alike. I also wanted to say I'm absolutely green with envy. It's so unfair that the king has you all to themselves. I must admit I'm envious too. What would that the king would share Veloki with us? Snort. Yes, even a little piece of Veloki would be nice. Uh-oh. They're gonna cut my finger off. Oh, good grief. When will everybody learn? The mortal is mine, do you hear me? Mine, mine, mine! That's not what you think, everybody. Ha. On second thought, it's more than plenty that you visit from time to time. Yes, please come and see me again. Me as well, Snort. Well, I should get back to my tasks. Anlad, I could use some help. Do you want to come with us to see Unni? Take as much time as you like, Baloki. We'll be waiting outside when you've had your fill. What's up, Loon? What? Jogging. What's up, Loon? Come on. Come on. Don't just sit there and stare at me. I'm not getting up to go to you. I must say it saddens me that I can't be your branch, but whenever you're feeling weary, know that I'll always be ready with an invigorating dream for you. Tell me, Valoki, before you met us, did you ever imagine that mortals and pixies shared such a connection? Yes, Loon. What? Loon. What are you doing? Do you need food? Did you already eat what was left in your bowl? I know you had a little bit left. Give me a second. All right, tell me, and devouring their nightmares. Well then, if people still have nightmares, then they would know who's to blame. That's there's only so much one Porksy can do, you know. If necessary, perhaps I shall ask my master to take more of me. Make more of me. I can read, I promise. Well, I shouldn't keep you any longer. Brief though it was, it's truly been a joy adventuring with you, Valoki. But whenever you can spare the time, I hope you'll visit us. After all, we can never have enough help making dreams fun and beautiful. I've never see them again. You have achieved blood-sworn reputation with the Dream Spinners. All right. I was waiting for that to go away. Okay. All right, so I need to check something real quick. I have the quest, so we're gonna do this. This. No, it's this one. Why is it red? That is the healer job, right? I don't understand. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm just curious why I can't continue doing this. Because I have to be a higher level? But I thought I'd have to be that level to even accept the quest. Magical ranged DPS. Okay. And that means... since I'm here... I'm not gonna... So you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another Sin Eater, far less imposing specimen than Phronesis, of course, has been sighted just to the west of here. Prove to me that you have the skill to back up your words, and we'll talk further. I'm a Pictomancer. How's that? Did I prove to you I can do it? Good show, friend. Good show. Cheerio. I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in battle has left me little doubt. Seems I found myself a formidable ally. And so I'll extend the offer in earnest. Help me hunt down for Phronesius, and we'll split the bounty down the middle. Well, what do you say? That's the spirit. Now, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me to Mord Suk, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in on the details. Yes. Do I have this one done? Lakeland, Amarang. Nope, I still need 24 fates here to get done. I've completed Ilmeg and Lakeland. This is the next closest one to being done. Welcome to Mord Suk, friend. As you can see, it's a bustling trading post frequented by merchants from across the realm. At least it was before Phronesia showed up and started preying on unwitting travelers, hence the bounty you see. The lucrative reward has attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next, yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. Those few who have seen Phronesis have returned to tell the tale, speak of the great horrors they witnessed. cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. People have taken to calling them the Hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has time to lay eyes on Phronesis before he summons forth the Hollows, which proceed to consume everything in sight. And I do mean everything. Just the other day, an entire caravan was devoured by the Hollows, leaving only nothingness behind. Natives have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of our reality, gateways to other worlds, to put it another way. At any rate, suffice to say that the next band to come back from the void will be the first. And yet there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Phronesis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or settlements. He simply shambles across the waste, summoning hollows one after the next, and the destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near the fiend is tantamount to suicide. Even attacks from afar have been all but futile, as Phronesis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunters have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm a different mind, however. The way I see it, if only there was a way to neutralize the hollows, we'd more than stand a chance against Phronesis himself. That is why I require your services. Your easy triumph over the Sin Eater spoke clear. You're a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you. Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden, and so I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. And with that, I'd best get to work. Once I've formulated a proper plan of attack, we'll talk again. Until then, I suggest you continue to hone your casting skills. The battle that awaits us will not be an easy one. I think I accidentally knocked something out of the way. There he goes. Holy crap, I'm messing everything up now. Alright. He's ready for the next one. A voice from the void. Ah, there you are, and your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, a little bird told me that Phronesis was sighted in the vicinity not long ago. Don't worry, I have no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the Sin Eater from afar, and we might observe the hollows with our own eyes and formulate a suitable plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from a merchant acquaintance of mine at the Crystarium. By setting it on Phronesis' trail, I mean to gauge just how wide a berth we must keep from the fiend as to not be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for the little fellow, friend. His sacrifice will be the key to our success, and yet, as you can see, he's not quite in the best state of repair. Pray, lend me a hand in procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. Your lifesaver, friend. I just spotted nasty-looking Sandkin Sibley looking up to the house here to serve. Well, to put some spring back in the little fellow's step. Snag one for me, and I'll see to the repairs. Okay. Mm-hmm. That was my... Any luck finding that tendon? For my part, I've acquired something that should serve as a makeshift gear. Cost me an arm and a leg, but hey, if it helps us claim the bounty in the end, it'll be more than worth it. Perfect. Yes, I reckon this durable and elastic enough to replace the mannequin snap drive belt. I'll fetch my toolbox and get started right away. In the meantime, why don't you scout us a suitable lookout point? Phronesis was last sighted just southeast of town. Try to find us a spot on higher ground, out of sight from the main thoroughfare. Warrior of Light stuff. Oh there, friend. As you can see, our clockwork friend is back in tip-top shape. That said, it appears you found us the perfect lookout spot. Why don't we get down to work? I'll kindle us a fire. We might be here for a while. Odd. I'll be. There's the bastard. Look closely now and hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror with your own two eyes. Mustn't send out the mannequin too soon. If Phronesis sees it, he may very well blast it to bits before he has a chance to investigate the hollows. He didn't notice this. There he goes. I'll send the mannequin in to trail him. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. Just as I expected, gone without a trace. Shed no tears for our little friend. For his sacrifice, we now know what must just how to blah blah blah. We now know just how much distance we must keep from the hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take care not to wander too close, lest you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. It's as if a shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck anything and everything into the void. I've seen many a horrific sight in my day, but this sends a shiver up the spine. Let me out. It's so dark in here. Why the pale face, friend? He looks as if you've seen a ghost. Dude, they're still alive in there. A voice, you say, from inside the hollow? But that's impossible. Is anyone out there? Please help me. Help me get out of here. Over here. Is that a voice? There's someone out there? If you can hear me, please, you must help me. I can't see anything. No road, no trees, not even an aether current to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place? Help me. This voice. What in God's name is it saying? It's asking to get out. The voice of a boy, you say, claims he's lost inside with no aether current to follow. Sounds like he's adrift in the flow, not unlike what would happen if an aetherite to which one was teleporting was destroyed in mid-journey. Wait a minute. What if there was some way you could channel your aether into the void? Might that not allow your etheric form to serve as a beacon of sorts to guide the child back to us? Of course, not that I know how we'd go about that. I'll just put my hand up and do it. Watch this. See? Ah. I just go, ah. Ah. Wicked white, I knew you were no ordinary sinner. Even you still find ways to surprise me. Where am I? I'm going back to sleep. Well, I'll be damned. There was a child inside. Did you think I was just making it up for funsies? Our little expedition has left us with more questions than answers, eh? But for now, this boy needs our care. Let's carry him back to Mordsook and find him a warm bed and some nourishment. You couldn't just take me back there? He kind of did. The boy's resting now. He is weak, but not wounded. At least as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of the hollows? If so, might they also be returned to our world alive? There's much we must ask him when he awakes. On another subject, this might be an odd such question. Have you ever looked after a child before? As a matter of fact... You don't say. In that case, he's all yours. I'm Justin, friend. I can't very well tie you down here forever. Worry not, I'll manage somehow. I suppose the first order of the day should get some food in his belly. He does look terribly pale. After all, methinks I'll go hunting for some meat. No, perhaps I should take him to a physician first. After all, he may be suffering from some ailment inscrutable to the eye. Or maybe I should... Damn it all, I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Why don't you bring a child... Why don't you bring a doctor to him and let him tell you if you need to get him some food? Ah, there you are. You'll be happy to know the boy's awake and seems to be no worse for wear, physically speaking at least. There's just one rub, you see. He has no recollection of where he came from, or just how he managed to get swallowed up into the void. What? In fact, other than his own name, Tainor, he can't remember much of anything at all. He seems a good lad, mind you. Eats my half-hour's cooking with a smile, nary a word of complaint. Yet I reckon he's hurting inside, and badly. We must reunite him with his parents with all due speed. Okay. I'll go look. Have I got my... I won't tell. I guess I have not gotten that today, this week. Oh, what am I decided to do? I need to go back to that. Uh-huh. The Aether. That was me. Well, I'll be damned. Was a sharp one. And that's not the least of it. The carer who examined him said they could feel great power welling up from within. Despite his young age, Tainor here seems to possess a remarkable command of the magical arts. Perhaps I do, and yet I cannot say. Try as I might, I can recall nothing of who I am or where I came from. Only the darkness. Kill him! No need for apologies, boy. You did well to make it back to us. Speaking of which, can you remember anything at all of what you felt when you were adrift in the void? That I remember, or at least I think I do. I recall a vague sensation of someone passing alongside me. Indeed, I believe that is what roused me from my slumber. If the hall is truly our gate between worlds, that would mean that someone recently traveled from ours to another, or from another to ours. That's not possible, or is it? You'd be surprised. I'm from another world, technically. You know something I don't, friend? Worry not, I won't pry for details. Ah well, no sense wrecking our brains over matters beyond our comprehension. Let's concentrate on what we can do, namely finding the boy here a home. No doubt his memories will come back to him in due time. You truly do that for me? But the two of you have already saved my life. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Ah, it's no burden at all. Besides, if we could figure out just who you are and where you came from, it just might lead us to the answers we seek. Now, let's consider the options. One possibility is that you're an orphan, all alone in this world, with not a soul to care or look for you. And yet, that seems unlikely. Yes, the mystical powers you possess say otherwise. If you are truly as skilled in magic as they say, then it stands to reason that someone trained you in the art. Who this master is, who this master of yours is, and whether you are of their blood or simply received their tutelage, this I cannot say. But either way, I'm certain they're worried sick about you. If that truly is so, I would very much like to meet this person too. Smile. Odd. Warrior of Light style. That settles it then. Let's get down to business. I took the liberty of inquiring around Mord Suk and the Crystarium. Unfortunately, there have been no reports of missing persons matching Tainor's description. Which means that we have no choice but to take our search elsewhere. I know of a merchant in town whose travels often take him far afield. Let us have a talk with him and see if he's heard of any helpful rumors. Uh-huh. Oh, it's already right here, huh? It says 22 minutes, but rumors of a missing boy, you say? Funny that you ask. It's a long shot, I reckon, but I overheard something the other day that might be of use. On my way to Mord Suk, I stopped over at the inn at Journey's Head. There I met an ailing mage. As the carers told it, he'd been ambushed by a sin eater and was separated from his child in the battle. Bloody hells, could it be? If the sin eater that attacked the poor man was Phronesis, that would explain everything. This man you speak of, he could be my father. We must go to him at once. Agreed. I only hope that the man is... No, there's no point in presuming the worst. Let us make for the inn and see what the carers can tell us. Dun 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 dun. Oh, no. You know, I remember a lot of bad things happening around this place. I see you're still here. Oh there. Hi there, oh there. I hear there's a mage in your care who's lost his boy. Well, I do believe we have him right here. Huh? I fear there must be some mistake. The boy in question has already been found. This is him, right here. So it wasn't my father after all. This boy with you, he too has been separated from his family? Just so. We heard that a man here was looking for his son, and we just hoped. Alas, it seems it wasn't meant to be. There are many people here, yes. Might I ask around and see if any of them, any of those, or others are my family? No, get out. Of course, and many of the people here are quite ill, and in many cases in considerable pain. It is not a place for a young child to walk around unattended. Indeed, it's not. Guess that means either myself or Valoki here should accompany him. I'll go with him. The walk might help me, take my mind off things. Not a bad idea. The lad doesn't mind. I reckon Tainer would rather be with someone of his own age. There's no child for a child to be unattended, so we'll have 2 children be unattended. Take his mind off things? Speaking of which, how's the boy's father holding up? Dude, people come here to die. Aren't you from here? Here the poor man has already departed on his journey. He is a man no longer. The child insisted upon staying by his father's side until the last. I permitted this out of respect for him. Though part of me regrets the choice, none so young should suffer such horrors. Yeah, don't the people here, aren't they just like doomed to become sin eaters? It is one small solace to learn that his living relatives who reside at the Crystarium. In fact, I was just making preparations to escort him there myself. I see. I reckon she would also find someone to look after Tainor as well. Don't get me wrong, friend. I haven't given up on the prospect of finding the boy's family, but we have other leads, and a deadly sin eater still on the loose. Oh, we have no other leads. If the lad tags along with us every step of the way, he's far more likely to end up dead or worse than ever to reunite with his family. Here's what I propose. We find someone to watch after Tainer for the time being, get back to the hunt, and gather whatever clues we can about his origins along the way. Very well. Aye, that goes without saying. Let us have a talk with the proprietor of the Wandering Stairs. He's a kindly enough chap. Knows damn near everyone in these parts. With any luck, he'll be able to direct us to a willing and able guardian. Nod. Warrior of Light style. Didn't smile this time, though. Look, I don't like this any more than you do, but it's the best we can do for the boy given our circumstances. At any rate, let's find him and share the news. Don't worry, it's my decision and I tend to take responsibility for it. I think it's funny when I had I'm losing people in this queue and my time's going down. The average wait time was in 20 minutes, and that was when the DPS was full. We only needed 1 tank and 4 healers. Now I need all the healers, 2 tanks, and 10 DPS, and it went down to 8 minutes. But I've also been in here for 10 and a half. So, whatever. Oh, he's right here. It's better not put me into another cutscene. Bad news, friend. Of course. Seems the two young ones got into a quarrel of sorts and Tanner's up and run away. Seems the lad mentioned how he'd come out from one of the hollows. The other boy put two and two together and figured he'd been attacked by a sin eater. Then I said, my dad was attacked by a sin eater, then he turned into one himself. So I asked, what if you turn into a sin eater too? Tanner's face went all white. He kept saying, what do you mean? What do you mean? Over and over again. I just couldn't take it anymore. Before I knew it, I was shouting him, shut up, shut up. I bet you're turning into a sin eater already. Why did I say such a mean and nasty thing? Don't be so hard on yourself, lad. Both of you have had a rough go of it these past few days. Nobody could blame either one of you for feeling a bit on edge. But we must hurry and find Tanner before he comes to harm. Let's split up. I'll search to the west, you take the east. Be careful out there. You be careful. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Of course I am. I'm not really. Looks like he's got himself into some trouble. I could probably help. Let me check my messages. Okay. Sorry. I got sidetracked by something that I didn't need to get sidetracked by. I guess I should go help the boy. Ready, Solgrim? Let's go. Hold on, let me do this. I didn't mean to attack that one, but here we are. I win. Hmm. How'd you know to come over here? When I heard the clamor of battle, I feared the worst, but I see that you have everything under control. Are you okay, lad? Smile, nod, warrior of light style. Forgive me. I don't deserve this kindness. Well, it's fine. We're gonna just leave you with a stranger. I was just so scared. I was worried about what would become of me. I never recovered my memories, and then I started thinking, what if I ended up like that boy's father? What if it's already happening to me? That's one matter you need to worry yourself with. The carer who examined you told me as much. You suffer no direct wounds. You are in no more danger of turning into a senior than Valoki or me. Is that so? It's good to hear. But I must apologize to that boy. I should have known better than to badger him about such things, especially after what happened to his father. Funny thing that. He was saying the same thing about you. You both have good hearts, lad. And you've been through more than any man should. There's no need to be ashamed about your feelings. Word. There is still so much I don't understand about this world. Why does no one here know of me? Am I doomed to be alone for the rest of my days? Why must it always be, if only I could remember something, anything. I'm sick of not knowing how. Uh-oh, am I going to have a moment? Yeah, I knew it. Now it's your turn, Taynor. Do not be disheartened by your last attempt. Even the greatest of mages have known failure. Your command of magic is equal to my own. If I can succeed, there's no reason why you cannot. Free your mind and worry and focus. Thank you, Nilbert. I shall try my best. Hmm. Wicked White, are you alright, Veloki? I remember now. I was standing here by these blighted plains. My head hung low in shame. Then Nilbert turned to me with a smile, heartening words. Why does the name sound so familiar? I reckon we much to discuss, but not in this god's forsaken place. Let's head back to the inn and see if we can't get to the bottom of this. Nod. Someone watching us from afar. At this rate, I'm not going to have time to do the thing, so I'm just going to get out of the queue. Oh, my voice. Are you alright? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said those nasty things. Forgive me for reacting as I did. I'm fine. In fact, I seem to have recovered some of my memories. Really? That's wonderful. Maybe you won't feel so scared and alone anymore. I'm leaving to go live in the Crystarium with my relatives. Promise me you'll come visit. I mean, after you get your memories back and all, of course. It's a promise. Until next time, my friend. Right in front of you. I knew you two would work things out. Now, let's return to Mordsuk. We have more than our share of questions that need answering. All right. As I saw it, first you fainted all of a sudden. When you came to, a portion of Tainer's memories had returned. What in the world happened out there? I have this thing called the Echo. The power to look into the past, eh? Are you certain that what Valaki described matches up with your recollection of the past? I don't know how to break this to you, lad, but your friend Nilebert, that was with you that day, he's no ordinary boy. He's none other than the very man who became Phronesis, one of those goddamn warriors of light. If he was just a young child in your memories, that means what you saw took place over 100 years ago. Would that it were just a coincidence, another boy with the same name, but judging from the formidable command of magic, we can only assume it was him. On the way back, I managed to recall some more about Nilebert and myself. We were taken in by a group of mages, a consortium of sorts. They were searching for a means to open a hole to another world, and were recruiting young children with high magical aptitude for the task. Nilebert and myself were the two they chose. You can't be serious, and yet that would explain the Sin Eater's ability to summon those damned hollows. And if you possess the same knowledge and training as Nilebert did, it could also explain why you were able to survive in there all that time. But what I don't understand is, why haven't you aged at all? I cannot say for sure, and yet my memories, they are slowly coming back to me. In time I may be able to help you find a way to close the hollows. You'd be a lifesaver if you could, but don't overburden yourself if you're still recovering after all. In the meantime, don't worry. Veloki and I will see that you're safe. What about leaving them? All of a sudden he's become a tool. I thought Tainer was just a victim of the senior. To think that he is actually friends with the man himself, or back when he was still a man, this can't be simple coincidence. Yes, I'm convinced of it now. The child holds the key to defeating Phronesis. We must keep him safe, keep him secret, and not let him out of our sights. Besides, look at how hard he's trying to recover his memories. I'm not so heartless as to kick the poor lad aside before he's figured matters out. Smile. Nod. Warrior of Light style. I'm sorry, Warrior of Darkness in this realm. But we can't very well rush things. You and I will continue to prepare for the battle ahead, while waiting for the rest of Tainer's memories to come back to him. Ah, look at this. Denied. Ah, that is to say, it's all right with you, lad? I'm sorry. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Look, lad, I've only known you for a short while, but I can tell you have a good heart and a good head on your shoulders. I can only begin to imagine the horrors you've been through, not to mention the fears and uncertainty you face even now. But I want you to promise me this. No more apologies. You're no burden to us, not in the least. You're a valuable member of our band. And as long as you're willing, I want you with us. Isn't that right, Veloki? Odd. I see. Thank you, Sarek. I thank you, Veloki. I will aid you in your quest in whatever way I can. Now that's more like it. We're counting on you, lad. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just gonna start this one, so I'll at least have it in my journal. Because if I leave, I might and do something else, I might forget where to pick up this quest again. Good news, friend. Tainer here has told me that his memories are starting to come back to him. There's one recollection in particular he says he's eager to discuss with the two of us. Tell us, lad, what is it? Oh, we're doing a cutscene. Some water instead of energy drink. As time goes by, my memories of my earlier days return to me piece by piece. I'm actually just going to let it run. If I can't read it, I don't care. Nalibert and I were born members of a great consortium of mages. From our earliest years, we were tutored in the magical arts by some of the realm's greatest scholars. Chosen to participate in the research. You already told us that part. Summoning great beasts from beyond our world? You're a mage, Feluki. Is that even possible? Yes, it's called a summoner. Perhaps he speaks of void scent. Void scent? Never heard of him. But I'll take that answer as a yes. Mages come up with the damnedest ideas, eh? And yet, I don't understand. Why ever would they use two young boys for such a dangerous experiment? The beasts our master sought to summon reside in the plains most distant from our own. Reaching across such a great distance requires a tremendous store of innate ethereal power. So our master set about to breed the perfect mage. Marriages were arranged to wed the mightiest members of the consortium to one another, in hopes they would bring forth children of theretofore unheard of magical aptitude. Finally, they succeeded. So you were born at Nalbert. Indeed. From even before we could speak, we were taught the complex incantations required to breach the boundaries between worlds. We practiced these spells day after day, night after night, for what seemed an eternity. At long last, we were deemed ready to attempt the summoning. Sadly, the experiment ended in failure. The pull from beyond the rift was too strong to resist, and I was sucked into a hollow of my own creation. There I remained trapped, alone and adrift in the empty void, until Veloki called me back to this world. Alas, over a century had passed since that fateful day. That's one thing I still don't understand. If there's so many years have truly passed, why is it that you have not aged even a whit? I cannot say for certain, but I remember the words of one of my teachers. The rift is not unlike a border between countless worlds, a place that exists beyond time and space. If it is true that the rift exists outside of our concept of time, then it is all too possible that even seconds spent in an empty pocket could correspond to months, years, or decades in our world. And so you return to us just as you were that day, even while over a century has passed for the rest of us. Why didn't Nalbert save you? Shouldn't it have been as simple as opening up another portal to the void where you were trapped? I fear that would be close to impossible. Opening the portal and reaching as far into the rift as we did required all our energies to be focused in unison. So in losing you, not only did Nalbert lose his friend, he lost his only chance at saving you. Talk about being dealt a rough hand. You're not. I have good news to share as well. I do believe I've managed to recall the incantations needed to summon in and manipulate the hollows. Whoa! Summoning these beasts from beyond the rift is far beyond my powers, but I just might be able to seal up the hollows. Phronesis so enjoys summoning. What say you, friends? Shall I give it a try? Oh, now that's music to my ears, but let's not be too hasty. After all, the last time you tried to use this magic, there were some complications, to say the least. Yes, we must take the necessary precautions before confronting Vernesis in earnest. Let us meet outside the village where Taynor can test out his magic safe from harm. Da, 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 da. And that is where I am also going to take my leave, for I must get ready for my damnable job on this Memorial Day, where everyone has a day off, and I do not. I will not even be getting paid overtime or holiday pay for this. Just my normal standard fare. That is awesome. But I will be back tomorrow. Cult Crescent. I want to check that out, see what it's all about. I think it's the... I know what it is, but I just want to... Like I said, I've tried to be staying on top of the Dawn Trail content as it comes out, because in the past I've let so much of it go by, and I'm always playing catch up. So I want to get on it. I mean, I still have this that I haven't even kept going with, the Cosmic Exploration. So I'll probably have to jump on that and start trying to work on it as well. But that's all in due time. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.